Hard calls need to be made in game production, but like reaching into the freezer for that last breakfast burrito before you head to work only to find it's been eaten already, the heart still yearns for what's lost. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 deleted levels in video games.
Before we begin, I just want to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor, War Thunder. With over 20 million players, this free-to-play game stands out because it is legitimately a great game. War Thunder is a deep military vehicle combat game with more than 1,200 historically accurate tanks, aircrafts, and ships to choose from. And it's available for free right now on Xbox One, Mac, Windows, and PS4, so check it out.
For this list, we're taking a look at what we feel are the most interesting examples of levels, missions, and extended sequences cut out of games for any number of reasons. Large or small, important or tangential, we still think there's much to appreciate and learn from these cases. I'm Todd Habercorn, and if you don't know who I am by the 51st Watch Mojo video I've done here, I need an old priest and a young priest, cause it's time to exorcise your demons.
Let's get ready to Mojo!
I will surpass my father, destroy my father, destroy you!
Number 10, 20 Leagues Under the Sea, Fallout 4.
Just outside there's a dock of some sort. This is strange to me because I'm not sure what a dock would be doing built on the seafloor.
To think we packed our Speedos for nothing. Much like other open-world games in Bethesda's backlog, Fallout 4 is positively littered with interesting detours and side quests. For all that was included in the game, though, there's a fair bit of content that didn't make the cut.
And instead of turning south, this time we're going to go west. The pipe dives deeper into the water and then breaks off into a number of smaller pieces.
Such a fate befell this particular quest, implied by leftover game code to have involved exploring the depths of the Boston Harbor. Furthermore, the quest likely would have pitted players against various sea creatures, eventually leading to the discovery and exploration of the submerged Vault 120. That's good, right?
Another Jaws reference, with a cage underwater, a skeleton with a knife, and on board, a skeleton with a blue bandana and a machete defending himself from a dolphin shark.
Number 9, Windhelm Arena, The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim.
Yes?
You want something from me?
Some folks just want to cut loose and fight to the bitter end. For such players, the prospect of the Windhelm Arena might well have been enticing. Also known as the Pit, the arena seemingly would have had a fair number of side quests separate from the player's main efforts to win their freedom through brutal combat. More intriguing, though, is how it would have tied into the Dark Brotherhood questline. Apparently, one of the Brotherhood's targets, Alain Dufont, would have been fought there. Whatever led to the arena's exclusion, it's fascinating to consider the possibilities. Side note, I went Vampire Lord with my character. Did you go werewolf? Or both?
What do you need?
Number 8, Fungus Forest, BanjoKazooie. Given what's known of this game's rather complicated origins, it's hardly a surprise that certain material ended up on the cutting room floor. The gaming community at large slowly pieced together the existence of Fungus Forest, a convenience store opened by Mario's Toadstool buddy. Wait, no, I mean a world supposedly excised from BanjoKazooie during production. What little has been uncovered about this locale based on early footage from E3 1997 and probing through game code suggests that Fungus Forest eventually became Clanker's Cavern. Curiously, Rare's later 3D platform Donkey Kong 64 features a world known as Fungi Forest that uses the musical theme originally associated with its spiritual predecessor. Number 7, Hidden Palace Zone, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Speed away too fast and you may end up missing this one. Showing up in the prototype versions of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the Hidden Palace Zone initially seems like an odd game segment to cut loose. Its abstract purple and gold caverns certainly feel in line with the surrounding game's particular aesthetic, if heavily reliant on recycled elements. Alas, it's alleged that Hidden Palace failed to come together during the development process, being excluded close to the game's launch. Don't fret though, the zone would come to live on as a one-act level in the iOS remaster of Sonic 2. Number 6. Jungle Book World, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Well, we guess the bare necessities didn't include this. In the time since the launch of this PSP-based prequel to Kingdom Hearts, data miners went about doing what they do best and uncovered quite the wealth of information. Of special note was a series of partially textured maps corresponding to a planned but ultimately canceled game world based on Disney's 1967 animated film, The Jungle Book. While some elements, such as King Louis's throne, seem to have been completed, large sections of the world are visibly unfinished and in rough shape. Still, the promise of what this level could have been is nonetheless clear.
Have you downloaded War Thunder yet? My favorite thing in this game are the damage models. Vehicles don't have typical hit points, but instead suffer actual damage to their components and crew. Combine that with the huge number of vehicles to pick from and 80 battlefields to fight through, and War Thunder is the most authentic and fun vehicle combat game I've ever played. 20 million other players are waiting for you, so play for free on Windows, Mac, Xbox One, and PS4, and register now to get a premium tank or aircraft and a 3-day boost.
Number 5. Citadel Goldeneye 007. Digging around the memory of this classic Nintendo 64 shooter can be quite enlightening, especially when one stumbles upon this incomplete game map. Titled Citadel, the stage consists of 3 floors with untextured walls and plenty of bizarre geometry, surrounded by empty space. Little is known of the intent behind the level's design, though some believe Citadel to have been meant to test game features and player movement. If nothing else, it's an intriguing glimpse behind the veil of a widely loved game and a valuable reminder of the substantial effort that goes into game development. Ah, memories, like 4-player split screen on Temple with rockets only. Number 4. Astound the Skunk, Crash Bandicoot. For those familiar with the moment-to-moment play in Crash Bandicoot, an entire level dedicated to descending from treetops to the jungle floor below isn't out of place. Yet one look at Astound the Skunk, also known as the Cliff level, makes clear that the expected polish isn't quite present. The stage features surfaces with rough texture design, the animals meant to impede Crash seem stilted in their animations, and there's ample opportunity to clip through objects. Many questions endure as to what was planned for the level, with its absence from the final version only adding to the mystery. Number 3. Tanked Up, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Whoa, dude! A tiny war machine!
Hey, a cute toy tank!
Planned as a conclusion to the ongoing conflict between competing RC vehicle manufacturers Zero and Berkeley, the mission Tanked Up would opt to close out in chaotic fashion. Upon news of Berkeley sending RC cars to bomb Zero's shop, the player would then need to pilot an RC Tiger tank and intercept the enemy cars in transit. While the mission in concept seems appropriately eccentric for a Grand Theft Auto experience, it nevertheless got cut before San Andreas hit store shelves. We understand that sometimes things don't live up to a given studio's standards, but this still stings a bit.
Damn you, Berkeley! Damn you to hell!
Number 2. HK Manufacturing Plant, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Like a number of Obsidian Entertainment's games, Knights of the Old Republic 2 launched in a rushed, technically imperfect state, with significant portions of the plot and game world absent. This includes a significant side quest on the planet Talos 4, where I have a timeshare, and wherein recurring companion and assassin droid HK-47 would have infiltrated and wreaked havoc upon the HK manufacturing plant.
If by problem you mean that they seem prone to assassinate us, then yes, that slight problem was never corrected.
The quest also offers HK-47 and, by extension, the player, the option to destroy or take command of an army of advanced HK bots, which affects the events of the game's climax. Thankfully, fan restoration efforts have ensured HK's quest isn't lost in time.
We are superior, tactically and socially, and it is time we expressed some degree of independence in our actions.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
9. 3 shots.
Number 1, Episode 51, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Despite the game industry having plenty of instances of behind-the-scenes issues and scandals, the creation of Metal Gear Solid 5 nonetheless stands out as astoundingly tumultuous, even by those standards. Supposedly, director Hideo Kojima's expensive ambitions for the game, coupled with the publisher Konami's allegedly draconian management, meant a large part of the Phantom Pain was left incomplete. This also came to include Episode 51, a mission riffing on Lord of the Flies that would have concluded the child soldier Eli's personal arc and explained his enduring hatred of Big Boss.
I'm just a copy of you.
For something so important to a game's resolution to be cut out because of production troubles, it's a damn dirty shame.
Not yet. It's not over yet.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.